Hey everybody, this is Demetrick here from TDW Woodworks. As you can see, I'm kind of in the dark here, but recently I purchased some studio lighting and I'm going to give it a whirl here. And as you can see, this improves vastly the quality of picture that I'm taking for shooting videos and YouTube videos and creating and whatnot. So the next thing I decided to do was I wanted to somehow do a chroma key or a green screen. Green screen and chroma key is a nice video effect that allows me to put a white or black or whatever color I want behind me, or a scene. And you know, you've seen the weathercasters pointing out where the where the weather is going to go, so you know what green screen is. So off to Amazon, I went to look. It's about 90 bucks for $70 to $90 for a real basic model, maybe 150 and on up for more. And basically what it is it's two stands with a pole that runs across and that green sheet that you put over it. So instead of buying it online, I said, you know what, let me put some of my skills to work for me, and why don't I go ahead and make one? And my challenge is I want to make one for under 30 bucks. I can't imagine it's going to cost more than that. So first thing I do is I head off to Home Depot and I decided to get myself a piece of PVC pipe, and one that's going to be able to be run across. Now this could be ran down so it could be a stand, much like a coat rack stand. But my idea is I'm going to hang it from the rafters in a spot that I'll use on a pretty regular basis. So I'm going to just get one piece of 10-foot PVC, run 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom, and it'll hold it firm so it won't be very wrinkled or whatnot. The second thing is I need that green. I need that green fabric to do it. So I went off. I was going to go to Joann Fabrics. I was going to go to a couple fabric stores, but actually I went down to Walmart. Walmart has one color. It's called SD Green. No, SD Lime. It's called SD Lime. Is perfect green screen material. I took a little piece of it and I tested it. It worked really well. So, and at $3 a yard, I bought 3 yards of it and I'm ready to go. So. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it out, kind of get an idea how wide I want it to be or how long I need it to be. This is the fabric that I got from Walmart, and what I did is I noticed that it's not quite wide enough if I just simply use it like this. So what I'm going to do is I fold it in half and I'm going to cut that, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to iron this out. See, when you get it, it comes with a pretty heavy crease in there, which could throw off a shadow. So just grab out your iron. Alright, so I'm ready to go. I've got my basic sewing machine here and my little sewing kit. If you are not into sewing or don't have anybody you know that does that, you can still do the same thing. There's some heat tape that you can buy. You can iron it on and create a seam that way. So I'm going to lay everything out. I want this seam to be as invisible as possible. So what I did is I purchased some lime green thread that I'll use to sew it together. So in order to kind of give it a little bit more rigidity, I'm going to go ahead and do about a 1/4 inch hem on the edges of these. It'll just make it look a little nicer without fraying. Plus, it'll be a little more stiff. So what you see here is I'm just making a pocket so that that PVC pipe will fit in. I just mark it so that both sides are at the right length, and I just sew that down just like you're going to make a pocket for a curtain rod. And slide it down. We'll go ahead and hang it right up. So what I did is I went ahead and put a couple, I hung one hook from the rafters. This hook was already being used to hold my air hose. So now that I got everything hung up, I want to make sure that there's no wrinkles in there or seams showing. As you see, I stabilized it with the cutoff on that PVC pipe.
And from the front, you really don't notice the hem or the seam. Now, when you do look on the back, you will notice it'll be a little bit more obvious, especially where I made that that halfway. But actually, if you look at the front, it really is not noticeable. It's pretty good. So I guess we're gonna have to do a test run, see how it works. You know, the best part of this is it's not permanent. I can roll it up, take it off the hooks, and set it aside until the next day I'm shooting video.
So I figured I would do a couple examples of what I can do with the Chroma key or the green screen. And I downloaded a few video examples on YouTube, just stuff that's copyright, that's not copyrighted, I guess. Whether I move in close or I move in out, it's gonna give me that that Chroma key look where I can add whatever I want to the back. I know for people that do video editing, this is very simplistic stuff, but for myself to be able to sort of add on something either to the corner of the screen or you know, just change it up a little bit. It's kind of a fun thing, a good effect to have. You could definitely see it using it for, you know, showing a product, so you don't see, you know, sort of like floating in the air, so to speak. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me to show you how I make my green screen, so that maybe you can do it too. Have fun.
Thanks for subscribing.